some people asked some questions and I thought, why not put them in a video? In this video, we are going to quickly discuss how DPDP Act works for some bit of offline data, healthcare data, and corporate personal data. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you regularly see new content on data privacy. We are on DPDP Act and going to discuss a set of FAQs today in this first video of the 4-video series of FAQs on DPDP Act. So the first question asked was that we collect PAN and Aadhaar documents. We collect their photocopies. Are we eligible or do we fall under the DPDP Act? Well, as far as photocopies are concerned, they are physical papers. They are offline, right? You take a physical paper and collect it and you don't digitize it. You never scan them. You never process them in a scanned version. So DPDP Act does not apply to you. It applies only to digital documents. Documents that have been collected digitally or has been digitized later. So if you are going to scan them and store them, right? You collected physical documents, you get them into your office, you scan them and store them, DPDP Act applies to you. Right? You collect physical documents and store with you, DPDP Act does not apply to you. So that's about the physical and digital documents. The second thing that came up was talking about hospitals. Collect a lot of data. They don't process everything on their own. Their collection is definitely digitized, right? The hospital generally does collect data online, right? So, is a hospital under DPDP Act? Yes. A hospital is significant data fiduciary. Why is it a significant data fiduciary? It's a significant data fiduciary because it deals with a lot of sensitive data, both qualifications. Sensitive data, lots of which can harm an individual, and the second qualification, high volumes of data. So the hospital is definitely a significant data fiduciary that falls under the DPDP Act, right? But and also they create their own purpose and means of processing. But what if they don't process it themselves? They give it to external vendors. For example, labs, for example, cloud service providers, right? They collect the samples, they collect the patient information and send it to a lab. Lab may be internal, external. Most of the hospitals have internal labs. Some of them appear to be internal to you, but the lab is a third party contract. In that case, the hospital falls under DPDP Act, acts as a fiduciary, and the lab acts as a data processor, right? And they need to have a contract between the two. We are going to get into details of that as well in one of the coming videos in a couple of days, right? And the third question that was asked was about what about corporate data versus personal data? Then yes, of course, DPDP Act talks only about personal data. Any information that helps you identify an individual is what is covered under DPDP Act, right? So then what about corporate data? What about corporate information? What about databases? Well, they're not covered. Corporate data, corporate information, corporate database is not covered. However, if the database has personal information, for example, within the organization itself, the name of the directors, they are DINs, they are here, these are their unique identifiers of the directors of the company. So, are they covered? Yes. So that database, therefore, should be treated as something sacred that falls under DPDP Act. Why it falls under DPDP Act? Because it has personal information in digitized format. So these are three of the examples that I thought I'll put up in this video. We are going to get into a couple of more videos in the next 2-3 days about the various cases about the DPDP Act, some scenarios and some examples. So stay tuned, subscribe to my YouTube channel and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.